Good morning, students. So, I'm going to deal with the course Communication Skills 2. Communication Skills 1 was offered in the first semester. In the second semester, Communication Skills 2 is being offered. So, again, in the first semester, Communication Skills 1, we discussed and learnt the basic concepts of communication skills, like introduction to communication, reading skills, and grammar, and enhancing professional vocabulary and writing skills. So these are all basic concepts in the first semester. In the second semester, let us learn the advanced levels of learning, the advanced levels of grammar, reading, writing, and listening. So now let us look at the overview of this course, Communication Skills 2. So here we have 5 units. The first unit deals with reading skills. So here we learn the advanced levels of reading. Here in this course we'll be discussing what is reading, the importance of reading, and definitions of reading, and types of reading, techniques of reading, strategies of reading. So in the first unit we'll discuss various aspects associated with the concept of reading, and reading, its definition, its importance, and its types, and the techniques of reading, strategies of reading, and other aspects of reading. Unit number 2, second unit, will be discussing punctuation, capitalization, and use of capital letters, the rules for capital letters. So where to use capital letters in English while writing, and punctuation marks. So where to use different punctuation marks in writing skills. In third unit, we'll be discussing vocabulary. So in vocabulary, in this chapter, we will be discussing synonyms, antonyms, and the roots of synonyms and root antonyms, and affixation, and vocabulary in context, and proverbs, collocations, one-word substitutions, idiomatic phrases, and phrasal verbs. So we'll be discussing all these concepts in the third chapter in the vocabulary. In the fourth chapter, that is writing skills, we'll be discussing what is writing and importance of writing, and various kinds of writing like creative writing, story writing, precise writing, paraphrase writing, letter writing, and directions writing. In the fifth unit, that is listening skills, we'll be discussing what is listening, the skills, what are listening skills, academic listening, listening to talks, and listening to presentations, and note taking and note making in the fifth unit, that is listening skills. Now let us look at the first chapter, that is reading skills. So generally, what do you mean by reading, or what is reading? So how do we pursue, or how do we look at the concept of reading? So reading is the process of looking at a series of symbols, written symbols, and getting meaning from them, or deriving meaning out of them. Reading is a process of looking at a series of symbols, series of written symbols, and getting or deriving meaning from them is what is generally called reading. So reading is nothing but a constructing meaning to a text, to a written text generally. Reading is a process of constructing meaning to a written text. So reading can be silent, or reading can be louder. So if it is silent, only our mind and our eyes work, and if it is louder, then our mouth also works. So reading can be silent as well as reading can be loud. So reading is a receptive skill. If you look at LSRW, listening is a receptive skill, reading is a receptive skill. whereas written is expressive skill, whereas spoken is expressive skill. So reading is important. Whether reading is important to speak or to write. So the answer is yes. A good reader becomes a good leader. All the great leaders in the world are great readers. So all the great readers may not become great leaders. So this is what is paradox. So if you look at the quotation, all the great leaders in the world were great leaders. If you look at the history of the world, if you look at the famous leaders who led the world and who led different countries, they were great readers. So reading gives them knowledge. Reading leads to acquisition of knowledge. If you have knowledge, you can lead. So read and lead. So some native speakers cannot or may not read or write English, but they speak in English because it's the nativity of the language. So maybe illiteracy is a point here. The illiterate people may not be able to write or read their mainstream language, but they speak for communication purpose. So reading helps us to broaden the vocabulary. When you read, you try to analyze whether the text is correct or not. So reading is nothing but a kind of judging. So when you read something, when you read a paragraph or when you read a text, then you will be able to analyze, yes, it may be true or it is true. It is perfect. So you will also come to know, if you do not want to agree with the text, then you can say, yes, it is not correct. So this is why. And reading leads to broaden our vocabulary. So if you are a good reader, your vocabulary automatically gets enriched because you find new words in your reading skills. So when you read, you may come across different new words. So when you come across different new words, you will try to find the meanings of those words. So when you know the meanings of those words, automatically your vocabulary gets enriched. And reading helps us in better listening and better writing skills. Yes, so if you read perfectly, you become a good speaker. If you read perfectly, you become a good listener. So these are all four skills are interlinked. Reading, writing, listening, speaking, all of them are interlinked. And English learners, as you are aware of the importance of English language, that the English is the global language now, because of globalization, that English has been accepted as international language throughout the world. So English learning is an important aspect as part of globalized world, because this is the only language which can be communicated. This is the only language which is used by many countries for their official works. So that's the reason why, if you want to become a good English learner, if you want to become a good English speaker or writer or listener, you have to have some knowledge on English language. And remember that communication is nowhere relevant to the language. Communication is nowhere relevant to any language. If your mainstream language is Hindi, then you can become a good communicator in your vernacular language or local language or mainstream language. But English is the language actually that is used for global communication, that you need to understand. So if you want to become a good English speaker, please read text in English as much as possible. Try to analyze the words, try to grasp the new words, and try to understand the meanings, the semantical structures of those words, the syntactical structures of those words, how to use those words in your sentences. All these you have to know. We'll discuss the other concepts in the next video. Thank you.